I have a 1966 model. This is a 318 poly engine that I just purchased. I did see the engine run and drive in the car before I bought it, and I've got it and a 727 transmission. I've pressure washed it, and the carburetor was real bad. It was about shot on it in the video or whenever I watched the car run. So it sounded ragged, but anyway, it really wasn't making any strange noises or anything. So I'm gonna need to put a truck pan on it. So when I got it home, I was gonna pull it apart and kind of look at it anyway, but I just would like to encourage you, if you've got to get an old engine somewhere, not just to change the oil and go for it, because I probably would have done that in this one, but in this case, when I tore the oil pan off of it, you can see all the old non-detergent oil, all the buildup of sludge in it, and there's no telling, this thing for an engine that was 57 years old, 58 years old, this thing looks like it's probably had maybe 2 oil changes in its life. You can see the sludge that fell off of the back side of the top side of the pickup and fell in there and just fell down on the parts. So I'm gonna be pulling this thing apart a little further and see what I see, pull the intake, and most likely gonna pull the heads off of it, check everything, check the cam good. Like I said, it didn't make any weird noises running, but this is definitely the most sludge I've seen in an oil pan. When I pulled it off, I don't know if y'all can get a good view of that, but that's where the pickup for the oil pump was sitting in the sludge, and it's approximately 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch deep sludge in the bottom of the pan. So if I'd have just cleaned this engine up and threw it in the car and went to running it after it sat that long in that dirt, I probably wouldn't have got 100 miles out of it, if that, before it had a failure probably in the camshaft, at least, from lack of oil. So this is gonna give me another project to work on. I was hoping just to kind of clean it up, change the pan to the truck pan and put a new pickup and pump in it and keep going, but now I'm gonna investigate it a little further. So always, that's something that's everybody probably doesn't check on, but I would encourage you to after seeing this one, especially if a car's been sitting up a long time. Because if I'd have just ran this, I probably would have totaled out, a lot of this stuff. Probably the cam wouldn't even been good for a core to regrind at that point. So anyway, as I get this thing tore apart, I would like to change the intake. It's got a 2-barrel intake on it. I would like to find a 4-barrel intake or a dual quad intake. And I was looking at possibly trying to fabricate a set of headers, or possibly modify a set to fit, either build adapter plates if I've got the clearance to come out that far with them, and possibly put a set of LS headers, because the port match is reasonably close you can work with. The only difference is on the LS, the bolts are in line, where these are on top and bottom, so you have to be careful of your clearance under the bottom to your tubes. Anyway, I'll be doing a little something on that. This is going to go in a 66 Fury I've got that already has a 318 in it, but I needed to pull that motor and transmission out to do some work on them. So I found this one at a good deal, or well, it appeared to be a good deal. We'll see in the future. All right, y'all have a good day.